Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of the In the Ring Show with your host, Devious Damien. And this is going to be the Raw review for the day of February 27th, 2012. The show kicked off with what was going to be a champion versus champion match with CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan. CM Punk comes out first, waiting upon Daniel Bryan to make his entrance, only being interrupted by Jericho, with Jericho coming out, saying that, he's better than Punk, how Punk has done nothing but rip him off, and so on and so forth, Jericho going on to proclaim that, several times, mind you, that he's the best in the world at what he does. Punk, again, asserts that he hasn't copied him, says that, he's overcome the same things that Jericho has, and stuff like that. So then, Jericho says he's going to beat Punk at WrestleMania, proves he's the best in the world. And, then finally, after all that stuff happens, finally Daniel Bryan makes his entrance, and they proceed to have the match finally. The match was alright. But what really took away from the match, though, was the fact that they made it perfectly clear that both the general managers from Raw and SmackDown were sitting outside. So, in essence, what you knew was going to happen was the match was not really going to be about the two guys in the ring, but it was going to be about the general managers fighting with each other. So basically, Daniel Bryan and CM Punk were just basically used to advance the storylines of the two general managers. So, in my opinion, because of that took away from the match, so the match kind of sucked, in my opinion. Next, we had a video package for Taker and Triple H at WrestleMania. Just the usual rigmarole, different stars talking about it, like guys like The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, just giving their views about what happened at last year's WrestleMania. Then, we had Nikki Bella versus Kelly Kelly. Kelly Kelly wins in a match that really, I don't even know what the purpose of this was, but whatever. Cena versus The Miz. Another relatively short match. Cena wins, no surprise. Gotta make Cena look good before he goes to face The Rock at WrestleMania. Then we had a tag team match. Triple threat match for the tag team championships. It was Kofi and R-Truth, Ziggler and Jack Swagger against the tag team champions Epico and Primo. Epico and Primo retain. This match didn't go very long considering it was the triple threat tag team match. And then after Epico and Primo retain the titles, Kane proceeds to just come out and pretty much destroy all the competitors. Where they're going with this storyline, I don't know. This kind of just seemed kind of thrown out there. I'm not really sure what the deal is with this, but I hope they come up with an explanation about where this storyline is going soon, because this just seemed kind of stupid and just kind of pointless to me. Next, then after that, there was a video package with Eve's little thing with the Bella Twins last week, and their little promo with John Cena. They rehashed those events from last week. So then next, Eve comes out and cuts this pointless fucking promo talking about how she's so goddamn gorgeous and how, men fall in love with her and how, all men want to be used by women like her and yada yada yada. Again, a pointless fucking promo. Fucking stupid. Nobody gives a shit if Eve's face or heel. Honestly, the only reason Eve was ever tried out there in the first place is, so teenage geek boys would have something to fucking masturbate to. Anyway. So then you had Sheamus and Big Show against Mark Henry and Cody Rhodes. Okay, Raw was like king of the short matches this week, I swear. Like, all the matches were fucking short. This match basically was the only point to this match was just to advance the feud between Cody Rhodes and the Big Show. Sheamus and Big Show win after a brogue kick from from Sheamus to Mark Henry after Cody Rhodes abandons Mark Henry. Once again, Cody Rhodes plays another embarrassing WrestleMania Big Show moment. So then after that, we get The Rock coming out and talking about Cena. So and the Rock was on fire tonight with his promo. Talking about how Cena was fighting for the guys in the back when nobody, but when nobody fought for The Rock, nobody fought for Rowdy Piper, and so on and so forth. And Cena comes out, starts to run down The Rock with his stupid shit, whatever. And Cena called The Rock egomaniacal and self-centered. Personally, I think John Cena needs to look in a fucking mirror before he talks about anybody being egomaniacal and self-centered. Cena claims he wanted to step out of the main event scene and let other people step into it. Fuck you, Cena. No, you didn't. You can fool everybody else with your little Twitter tweets and talk about how, I'm going to step out of the main event scene. No, you're not. You're not going to step out of the main event scene because your ego won't fucking allow you to. You can bullshit everybody else, but you're not going to bullshit me. Okay? I see right through your little wholesome bullshit scene, and like I said, the only reason kids cheer you is because they're too fucking stupid to know any better. And that's the truth. Kids cheer you for that, and women cheer you because because all the women who cheer you, well, okay, maybe not all of them, but 95% of the women who cheer you are just shallow bitches, and as soon as they find somebody who looks better than you, guess what? They're going to forget about you and go on to the next fucking guy. It's the way it is. That's how women roll, Cena. If you haven't learned by now, you better wisen up. But anyway, back to the talking about the show. I'm gonna give this show a C. The only reason that this show gets a C is because of The Rock's appearance at the end. If The Rock was not on this show at all, this show would get a fucking F. Like, this show would just been shit without The Rock. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm marking out hard for The Rock, and I will do so until the day I die shamelessly. I do not give a fuck. I can count the number of guys I will shamelessly mark out for on my hand. Seriously. In fact, if you want the list, I'll tell you the list. Hogan, The Rock, Austin, probably Taker, and I guess if I have to pick one more...
Macho Man.
Okay, actually make that... Okay, I'll say 7, because the Macho Man... So I lied, it's actually 2 hands. So I said Hogan, Taker, Rock, Austin, Macho Man, Ricky the Dragon, Steamboat, and I'm going to say Triple H. Those are the 7 guys I will forever mark out for shamelessly. Now I know if some of the guys from the Off the Ropes show see this, especially Schlag Dad, they're going to be like, oh, you mark out for God. Because they have a famous hatred for Triple H. And that's their opinion. They have the right to their opinion. I personally, the reason I mark out for Triple H is because, not very many guys, worked as hard as he did and busted their ass to get where, the heights he got in the business. I mean, that's just the way it is. But yeah, anyway. But yeah, without The Rock, this show would have gotten a big time F. This show sucked. The Rock was the only thing that made the show interesting for me. That's the only reason it gets a C. Only fucking reason. But anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought of tonight's Raw. What did you like? What didn't you like? And before I close out this segment of the In the Ring show, I do want to mention something. Be on the lookout for my video series that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be going through the entire history of ECW pay-per-views, and not only their ECW's pay-per-views, but if I can find their other shows that before they went to pay-per-view, if I can find those, I'll review those too. So be on the lookout for that. Also, be on the lookout For my WCW pay-per-view series, I'm going to spend lots of time watching old WCW pay-per-views, and I'm going to review those also. So be watching for that. Anyway, this has been the In the Ring Show with your host Devious Damien. We entertain ourselves while we entertain you. Good night, everybody.